Hey everybody, Mike here with Cactus Crawlers RC, and I'm back again with the FCX24. And the last time I made a video on this and I took it out, I had broke the front yoke on the drive shaft there. And here's the recovered piece that I found on the ground. And I'm pretty sure that the reason that it broke is because these new Injora tires are giving it a whole lot of traction, a whole lot of grip. I had it pinched in a really hard spot and giving it the throttle, and plus just the overall weight of the body just was too much for that little tiny plastic yoke to handle. So the good news is replacement part is only about $4. So it's not a real expensive thing to replace, and it comes with everything. It has that replacement yoke along with a new shaft and everything. So we're going to put this together, and I think this should not take very long at all. Let's take a look and see what we have in the package. Okay, so it looks like we have, of course, the new replacement yoke, another shaft, another screw. I guess you would call this like a pivot ball. And it has a big opening and a smaller opening in it. So we've got a big pin, large pin, which also has a hole in it for this smaller metal pin to go through. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take the yoke and place the ball in there. And I'll take the pin, making note of where that little hole is, because I want to line it up with the little hole in the ball, pushing that through. Now I should have the little hole lining up there. Then I'll take the shaft. I'm placing the shaft on the pivot ball. I'll take the metal pin. That's a little tricky son of a gun. And push it through. Just like that. Remove the old yoke, keeping note of which way it's going on, because it only keys one way. Get the rest of the shaft, and I'll probably have to take some tension off the diff to get it on there. There it goes, not too bad. We'll take our new screw, tighten it down. There you go. Pretty quick and easy fix. Yay! Alright. Well, it's still really bouncy because I haven't done the shocks yet. Here are all the little rubber O-rings to rebuild the shocks. And the lightest shock oil I could find was this 15 weight from Associated, and if I don't use a whole lot, I think like only filling the shocks halfway should do the trick. So this should work out just fine. Taking a look at the shocks, it looks like they're just on some pivot balls, so I should be able to pop them right off. Okay, there's one. There you go. All right. Well, I see it goes on the outside of the shaft. Well, that looks like 1.5. Well, that sure does make it easier now, doesn't it? So So I'm going to put this inside that body first. And then I'll put the little O-rings on that shaft. Get the O-rings down inside the body. I'll put the cap back on the end. Put the cap back on. And add some oil. I'm going to work the shock up and down to get the oil to the bottom of the piston. Then we'll put our cap back on. And right before screwing it down, we're going to give that shock a squeeze to get the extra oil out. And then we'll tighten it up. And that shock should have dampening now. There you go. Now we just have to do it 3 more times. Alright guys, so I have all the shocks back on there and it is really dampened this truck. Oh, wow. Well, that sure does make a big difference. Alrighty guys, we got the K5 back together again. Got that new shaft yoke on there, and we got our shocks dampened. Very cool. Well, the next thing to do is to get it back out there on the course and see how it does. Thanks for watching this episode of Cactus Crawlers RC. Stay tuned for some cool running footage of the K5, and we'll see y'all next time.